Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I'm known as YouTube's fairy godmother of real estate. But more importantly, I'm one of the founding residents with my family in this incredible town called Celebration, Florida, the town that Disney built. Where's everybody watching from? I'm interested to see. I know there's so many of you that watch from town because what our format is that we do talk about the events that are coming up for the week here and review some things that have been happening recently. And then we also will do a video. I wanted to give a shout out to Dee Bellavati, our YouTube producer, who always does something beautiful. We've been renovating a house down to the studs of the house, and I'm super excited. Actually, the former owner of the house, we absolutely love the Van Os family. Just walked through and got to show him a lot of the cool stuff that's here, and we got 2 thumbs up and showed him as well that because we love that family so much, we kept the mural. There's a SeaWorld mural in the home because they're executives with SeaWorld, and we always wanted to remember them. There are good vibes here. And there's also another section of the house that we kept where a lot of the children had signed kind of in the attic area. And we wanted to keep that because we know that a lot of wonderful children used to come visit this house with their kids. So why don't we do that? Let me show you the little ditty. I always love that this was put together just for celebration. Information on celebration. Isn't that fun? While people were coming on, I just wanted to ask, some of you living in Celebration would say what village that you live in. If you're from Celebration, we have the main village, the West Village, the North Village, the South Village. We have Island Village, which is the newest village. And I will share with you, I was driving towards Island Village the other day because, now we have not one, but 2 Publix, one at the entrance of Celebration, the other one over by Island Village. And there's some new stores that are opening over by the Point area. Apricot Lane, which is a women's clothing store, open. And so I got to jump in there quickly, and it's kind of neat to see that there's stuff open because, there's going to be a Celebration Brewing Company over there, and that was located next door. Speaking of Celebration Brewing, the Celebration Town Tavern is a huge, wonderful place that Celebration residents love. It's kind of like our local Cheers. And I wanted to give a shout out to Susan Bona. She is a wonderful Celebration resident. She helped us arrange a surprise party for Julie Mumford. Julie, it was a special birthday for her, and we were able to bring DJ Joel. If you haven't had an experience to be at a party with him playing music or karaoke or whatever, it's really quite a nice, fun event. And we had that Friday night. It started at about 9:30 p.m. I think it was done probably 1 o'clock in the morning. But we had so much fun dancing, and that was because Susan Bona and that wonderful team at the Celebration Town Tavern hosted it. So while everybody is checking it out, why don't we go ahead and show you? I wanted to show you, as you may recall, Sandra and Raquel, the contractors that we're working with. We had about a month of pre-planning, ordering things, deciding what we wanted to do with the house. But they have literally taken a home down to the studs, and within a month, we're able to get us in so that we could have the first floor, and they're finishing up. They've added a bathroom, a laundry room upstairs, and a bedroom upstairs. It's being completed now. And so I would say really within a 6-week period, they have recreated the interior of this house, and that's just unheard of. And so I, as a realtor, wanted to make sure you have access to incredible people. I'll tell the story of, Raquel is also an industrial engineer, and that's what my dad is. And so the functionality of some things. So today we're going to showcase last week's progress, and there's a lot of fun new things that houses can have that we're going to show you. So why don't we go ahead and start the video with that. In the meantime, tell me where you're from. If you have any questions, love to hear from you. But let's go ahead and watch this video. I'll be back at the end so you can tell me if you have any questions. Sound good? Here we go. Enjoy. And once again, thank you to Dee Bellavati, our YouTube producer. And thank you to Kim Keaton, our designer, who helped. You're going to see some beautiful tile, and there's a lot of good stuff that's happening in this house. It's Kim Hawk, and I'm known as YouTube's Fairy Godmother of Real Estate, and we have been doing a series on remodeling a home from the studs up. And have you ever seen a singing shower? Well, stay tuned because we've got a lot to show you today. This is part 6 on a makeover on how to take a home down to its studs and create a whole new atmosphere. And I'm actually going to experiment with you on showing you how incredible the shower is. Not only does it sing, it has music that you can program through it, it's got lights, but all the cool valves that are available now for everybody. I'm actually going to walk into the shower and see if I can turn it on to show you and hopefully not get wet. But if I do, hey, there's some comedy for us. Come along, let me see what I can do. Check out the gorgeous tiles that are available now, and look, the glass enclosure doesn't go all the way across. And then there's some things that Kim Keaton has recommended, our designer, as far as having some insets in the tiles so that you can have your shampoo and soaps and everything, because you can see it's nice and clean in here. We don't have a bunch of stuff on the floor. All right, here's the big test. Here we go. The shower head is here. You're going to be hearing some music in a little bit. I don't want to do the music quite yet because I want you to see how cool the valves are. And then you have everything from wands that are available, and this is a rose gold effect. And then you've got body jets, and you have, not only do you have the rainforest fall, but you almost have like a big waterfall effect too. All right, so hopefully my wonderful producer's not going to get wet either, which it might be because right here. But let's check this out. So we turn the water on here first. It quickly has gotten hot because Sandra and Raquel have put one of these tankless water heaters here as well. Now here's the trick in regards to showing you the water. And then the next valve, more of a rainforest. And then the last valve is the one that I can't turn on right now because these jets would actually be getting me wet. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Give me a second and we're going to show you that music can be played right here in the shower. So the second part of this incredible shower is that you can have your favorite music played in here. And as many of you know, I'm one of the musicians at Illuminate Church and I've been a singer for, gosh, over 40 years. And I love to have the opportunity to come into the shower and play music. So I'm going to pick The Blessing by Kari Jobe. It works. It works. So you can get your blessing in the shower. I think it's a great story when I told Sandro, our contractor, that I wanted to have a shower that you could sing and dance in. And he said, Kim, I don't have enough time for that. I've got 4 kids. My kids are grown now, and so I can sing and dance in my shower. Hope you can too. Another part of the house that I've been so excited about, and it actually got installed, is this new washer dryer. It's all in one. And you can see it's pretty sizable. Smarter laundry is what they're calling it. But they're saying within 2 hours, you're going to be able to put your clothes to be washed. It immediately will start drying them. And then look at the rest of the laundry room. You notice anything since the last time you saw it? Some really cool tile work came in here. Kim Keaton, Sandra, and Raquel have really done a great job. The people that have been doing the shelving, the sink is in, and then look at what Sandro had created for me. That is the pass-through window from the closet that will go to the laundry basket, and then I'll be able to move the clothes in here, take them out, fold, and then pass them through back into the closet. What do you guys think? I don't know, I'm pretty jazzed, and this is a laundry room. So anyway, keep watching. I can't wait to show you the kitchen sink. So last week we were telling you that we were moving into the house, and it was record-breaking time because our contractors basically had a month with us figuring out what we were ordering, and then about a month to get us moved into the home, the first floor, and boy did they deliver. But last week we had so many boxes in here, we weren't really able to show you the results. So today what we'd like to do is show you a good portion of the first floor and some of the things that I think are kind of critical, kind of fun, things that are kind of new in this market that you might want to consider. So obviously one of the things now with the stoves is induction heating, and the reason why induction heating is so popular, it boils water very quickly, but they also have air fryers that are in the stove, and we can also by our phones turn on the stove before we get home. So for those of you that have teenagers at home and you want to start something to warm up by the time you get home, that dinner would be ready, this is kind of a game changer, wouldn't you say? Now, some of the other things, I want to come back to the sink because the sink is quite incredible, but look at the beautiful island that was created. And Sandro, the contractor, recommended after we were talking about it, having this waterfall effect on this island. This island also serves, because remember in a past video I talked about wanting to have the cabinets go all the way up to the ceiling because I'm not a fan of having an area where dust can collect. And this is an area where you're going to be able to collect some more stuff. You'll also notice that something new has been brought about. We had the tile only going up to about here, and our designer Kim Keaton said, you know, I think we need to draw the eye all the way up, so we've brought the tile all the way to the ceiling. And this is the cabinetry that we had mentioned before, where you can put your plates in. So now some plates are in here. I love this. This reminds me of Judy Gregg from town. This was her mom's china that we have. And then there's other things like another trash pullout. So this place has got trash pullouts. It also has something very important here too. The idea is this could also be treated like a dining room table because this is an area where you can put 4 chairs easily, bar stools, but also it can be a workstation. They have put an electrical outlet here while we were building so that you can have your laptop here. You can sit, possibly do some work, and then our YouTube producer is going to turn the camera around and show you what I'm looking at. But if I'm sitting here and I'm able to engage with my friends and family as they're in the family room, looking on that big TV that Rod got, which I absolutely love now, by the way, I'm enjoying an incredible view. So in my opinion, when you can find a lot that has that ethereal feel, maybe a portal to heaven type of feel, and then feel like the outdoors is coming in, and then you're trying to maximize your views so that you're able to engage everybody that's in your group, but also look outside and see the beauty of nature, I think it's a hit. Now let's go over and talk about the sink. This too is from the company that we bought the shower system from, where you can have music coming out of it. But this looks very industrial, don't you think? So what I've done is a cup of coffee right now. It's got some coffee stains. And actually it's got Tinkerbell, of course, the fairy godmother of real estate would have coffee cups like that. What we do, we just pop it on here and then push a button. It lights up. And of course I was going to spray it with some cleaner, but look how clean, unbelievable, super clean. And then it has other opportunities so that we can, let's see, we can have, maybe if we wanted to fill a pot up so that we're going to have some pasta going. Obviously this would be regular, here we go. And then if we wanted to, there we go, have another option in case if we're wanting to wash some vegetables, because there's a tray there as well. But one of my favorite things in the entire house is there's something new that everybody can have if you have an interest. It's a magnet for your appliances. Yeah, a magnet. And so a dishwasher. So we were looking around here and I love the glam, I love the fun, I love the light fixtures. But one of the things was I think it needs a little personality punch. So this is a magnet. This is a magnet that goes on the dishwasher. Giraffe adds a pop of color. You can change it out if you want. They've got holiday ones. But I want to ask our viewers, what do you want me to name the giraffe in this house? So if you would go ahead and send us a text
We're going to have a contest. Whoever names the giraffe, you're going to win a prize. But it's in the house in Celebration that we're renovating it. I hope you've enjoyed the tour so far. I think I want to do one more because there's just so much going on here. I think it's worth one more time because I got to show you what's going on upstairs as well. Okay, my name is Kim Hawk. I'm known as YouTube's Fairy Godmother of Real Estate. I hope that you subscribe and like to the Near Disney YouTube channel. And I'd like to hear what you think about a singing shower. Okay, give me a call, 1-800-KIM-HAWK or 407-808-9845. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.
What'd you guys think about that? Oh my gosh, can you believe how much progress has been made week after week after week in this house? And we are shooting another one this week because there's a couple of things that I want to make sure you don't miss out on. There is a washer dryer that was installed in this house. It's a General Electric product. It's a smart product. And they swore that within a 2-hour period, you put your clothes in. It's got a pretty big drum as well, and that it would then wash and start to dry. So you don't have to move your clothes from one unit to the other. And within 2 hours, it would dry. Well, guess what? Let me tell you something. It works. It works. It is a game changer, in my opinion. I love it. You don't even need to have a vent that goes out of the house. We put a vent there with the idea that if this thing didn't work well, then we would have to put a washer dryer up there. But it really does work well. But when you see some of the work that, and I want to specifically name names on this next one as to who was doing what, but I would say that some of the special touches, like, for example, we have something that we put a laundry room that was beside a closet. And I said to Sandra and Raquel, gosh, it would be awesome if we had a pass through so that when the dirty clothes from the closet pass through, put it into the laundry room. Well, not only did they delivered in such a way that there's like a mirrored pass through so that you can put your clothes right through it, and it's got a laundry basket. It's something that I think they should probably patent and sell. Really very well done. And Kleber, who's been doing our tile work, just amazing. And which good, beautiful attitudes of people too. Our painter. So I can just sing praises and praises, but I think it deserves one more where you can see a little bit more, because now the primary bedroom upstairs, it's done. It's done, guys. Can you imagine that? 6 weeks total, upstairs, downstairs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So very proud of this team. And I'd love to hear more about what you think. So I'm starting to see some people make some recommendations on the giraffe, because we are going to have a contest of naming that giraffe on that magnet that goes on the dishwasher. Did you know there were magnets that you can buy? So I did see Stella as once before, but Stella Rose, that's an awesome one. Yeah. Eve, and that means the breath of God. I love that. We're going to showcase, I think, this week to talk a little bit more about this 250-pound barn door that we had custom made. It's the Tree of Life, and it's just symbolic of God and peace. And when you first walk into the home, inviting people into our home, because I really do believe, one of the things that you want to look for when you're buying and selling a home, especially when you're buying a home, of course, is the lot. Does the lot feel right to you? And this lot that we're on, it's not a big lot, but when you walk into the home and you can feel the breeze in the back and you see the conservation in the pool, I really feel like it's an ethereal, I called it a portal heaven here. So why not go ahead and put some pieces in the house that represent that? And you guys might have some of those type of personality things too that you're looking for. And maybe you might want to get a custom door made, and I can let you know where you get that done. So other things that we love to talk about too, some of the things that are coming up, and I wanted to give a shout out to Michael Fabiani because, I was talking about the father-daughter dance, which was a huge hit. If you were walking around downtown Celebration, I think on Friday night, you would have seen by Lakeside, they had beautiful lights. It was like an umbrella of beautiful white lights, and there were archways with flowers, and there was music, and you saw fathers with their daughters dancing beautiful dresses. It's one of my favorite things that I get to see, because you always will see on the Facebook groups, which, by the way, if you'd like, we have a Facebook group called Celebration Porch. Celebration Porch. When you want to see if you can get invited into that, just please note that you watch the Near Disney YouTube channel, and then that way I know you're legit and we can let you into the Celebration Porch Facebook page. But that group, but a lot of people were posting great photos of their daughters being very excited. They had Cinderella's carriage outside lit up. It's a great spot, you guys, to live. I really will say Celebration has got a lot going on. I want to say hi. I see Marsha Butler. Love her. Yvonne. Hello. I'm getting shout out to CD. Becky. I can't wait. Becky, there's a lot of cool stuff happening here. Can't wait to show you when you get here in March. Michael Fabiani, I want to say thank you, because there is something called a mother and son dance. So not only is it father-daughter, there's a mother and son dance. It's a silent disco. Have you guys ever experienced that? We were on a cruise ship. We did a video on it. Once again, if you haven't gone to Near Disney, the YouTube channel, please pull up. We did a video. It was Celebrity Cruises. We talk about what we like about Celebrity and what we didn't, because, we love Disney cruises very much so. But one of the things that they did do right on Celebrity was they had a silent disco. And so what happens is people have headsets on and they're all dancing to music, but you don't hear anything out. And then what Celebrity Cruise did was sometimes they would have different people have different music in the headsets, and then you were trying to find your tribe. And it was really a sweet thing to experience. But the mother-son dance is going to be, thank you, Michael, for sending this to me, February 24th. Wow. Okay. That's coming up. That's February 24th, because today is February 19th. It's 6:30 to 9 p.m., 6:30 to 9 p.m. It's going to be 2 DJs. There's a magician, a photo booth, great snacks, 300 headphones, and it says your registration is needed. And it's presented by the Celebration Athletics and the Purdy Group. Very good. Oh, I love the Purdys. Yeah, they're wonderful people. It's going to be at the Celebration K-8 gym. It's the second annual one, and it's 6:30 to 9 p.m. Like I said, I'm trying to see if there's a cost to it. Let's see what else. I'm not seeing more information. It just says buy your tickets today. So there is a cost. But if you guys want to look into that, or call me and let me know you have an interest, and I will see if I can find out what the cost is. It says Pastor Paul Pedroza is the point of contact, Celebration Community Athletics. All right, very good. That's awesome. So mother and son dance. What else is coming up? Because, we always want to talk about what's coming up so you don't miss it. On March 2nd, which is just around the corner, even though this is a leap year this year, there is the Celebration Porch Sale. So we only have those twice a year. It's your opportunity to put some things out on your porch and get some things sold so that you can bring more things in, maybe, or release some things so that you can get more space in your house. And it's a really wonderful time for people to be able to purchase things, because a lot of Celebration people have really good taste and they're selling items for very little. That's 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Now, if you do want to register so that you can be on a flyer or people know what your address is, that you're being active, you need to do that here pretty soon. February 22nd. you would need to register, and it's $10. But you can still do the porch sale if you haven't registered. It's just people are going to find you a lot easier if you register. So that needs to be done by then. And then I saw a jazz night is popped up. A jazz night. Let me see if I can find that for you. There is, well, actually, maybe even more important, let me see if I can show this. I'm going to present this to you. There's a meeting coming up that you might want to be aware of if you're a Celebration resident in particular. Here we go. Yes, CROA's annual meeting. So that's Celebration Residential Owners Association. That is a key group here in town. You know, we have over 14,000 people that live here. And so we are managed by CROA, and we don't have very high HOA fees, homeowners association fee. In Florida, you're going to find that they're everywhere, but people are collectively putting their money together so that if they want to have public pool areas, tennis courts, we have over 50 miles of biking trails, basketball courts, all that stuff, taking care of those outdoor community areas. So there's a meeting coming up February 28th. So that's pretty soon. And that is going to start at 6 p.m. You can arrive as early as 5:15 p.m. It's at Town Hall, which is the 851 Celebration Avenue building. For those of you that aren't used to the lingo, if we say go to the 851 building, that means Town Hall, but that's 851 Celebration Avenue. And I guess if you arrive at 5:15 and you're over 21 years of age, they're going to give you a glass of champagne. Oh, well, ooh la la, that's pretty nice, yeah? What else is going on? I see that there is going to be a jazz night, and that's a new announcement. So let me find out what day that is. Here we go. Let me share the screen too so that you can see it. It is going to be, here we go, March 7th. So that's a new thing. Let's show you what's going on here. I'm a big music lover, as you guys know. It is going to be Nova Jazz. It's March 7th, which I believe is a Thursday night, and it's Lakeside Park. The weather's absolutely gorgeous in March, typically, so 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. They say that seating's limited, so you might want to bring a chair, and it says they are going to have a dance floor. So bring your dancing shoes too. So jazz night under the stars. How lovely is that? Don't you love that? I love that. I've got more people saying hi, but I can't see your names because you might be looking at this through Facebook. So let's keep continuing. What I always do each week too, because I think it's important for everybody to know what the value of your properties are. Let me see if I can find that. I did a report for us earlier. Here we go. Yeah. I give you what's going on in the last 7 days, so you understand what the market is like in Celebration. The inventories dipped a little bit, 86. I thought maybe we were starting to climb back up again, but guess what happened? The weather's so gorgeous here that there were a lot of properties that went under contract in the last 7 days. A lot of activity. I know that we had some listings that had taken a contract as well, so I wasn't surprised. And it was like 10 showings on the first day type of thing. So if you're looking, now might be a good time to speak up, to give us a call, me or my dream team. And let me show you what I'm looking at here. Here we go. Let's see if we can get that up there. All right. So what I'm seeing, well, let's not do that. Let's do it like that. What I'm seeing, guys, is that of the 86 properties in the last 7 days, there have been 26 touch points. That's a lot. That's a huge percentage that something has happened this last week. Something's going on. And what I'm guessing is that it's very cold up north and people are coming here and saying how beautiful this weather is like. But what I have seen, look, that's quite a few. That's 10 new properties that have come active in the last 7 days. But what happened is that there's even more that went under contract. Look, there's 11 that went under contract. So what happens when more goes off than comes on, then that means the inventory starts to dip, and then it becomes even more difficult for people to, sometimes when they say, can I get a deal? I'm like, well, there's not a lot of inventory here, right? And then as far as solds go, it looks like 5 properties sold. So let me show you, give you an idea. Let's just look at the actives, because it does seem like that was pretty active. For example, we did put a house on the market that is brand new listing. You can see within the last 7 days, if you're able to really do a magnifying glass, it's been the last 7 days. This is a 1-story home that is within walking distance of downtown Celebration. The price point on it is $1,084,000. And so you have a garage apartment on the back of this one too. So that's super, super popular because you can get rental income that'll help pay towards your mortgage or your taxes. And these studio apartments, believe it or not, are getting over $1,500 a month. Yes. Yes, right. So maybe keep the main house and rent out that studio apartment. Or some of you are out there and you'd say, I'd rather keep that for an office because then I can feel like I get to step away from the house and not feel like I'm involved with trying to keep household stuff going on, or keep it for your guest, or use it as an exercise area. But know that Celebration, Florida, we have an amazing fitness area at Celebration at Advent Health. It's over 60,000 square feet of fitness equipment. And then there's also other little fitness rooms that are in Island Village, and there's one over at Spring Lake. The big one that's over in Advent Health, they do charge you, but you get a special rate being a Celebration resident. They have a huge indoor swimming pool. I tell the story. If you go to the Near Disney YouTube channel, there's some stories about Celebration where when athletes come to Disney, because a lot of times just like, what do you do? Hey, you just won the Super Bowl. What are you going to do next? Well, I'm going to Walt Disney World, right? Well, that happens. And because they'll do a parade, well, guess what? Those athletes still need to train. And so when Michael Phelps had won the Olympics, he needed to continue to train. And where would he train? He would train in Celebration at Advent Health. They had this amazing swimming pool, and the kids started to see him show up. People are making phone calls. You get on Facebook or whatever, all of a sudden there's 100 people there, and he couldn't have been kinder. He was signing autographs. It was really lovely. But we also realized from that, we have a state-of-the-art fitness center that's available to people, and they also have a rehab center, and our hospital looks like a resort. It really does. I've talked about in the past where if you have to have an MRI, it's an open MRI, and you walk down a hallway where it's got paintings of a beach scene, and they pipe in the scent of coconut suntan lotion, and you hear seagulls because they want people relaxed while they're doing that. So it's very preventative medicine. It's truly a magical place. Well, I know I've gone on and on. It's actually, gosh, I've gone over 30 minutes. I usually try to keep it within a 30-minute window. But if anybody has any questions and I've missed out, text me. My number is right there, 407-808-9845. Also starting doing podcast as well. So you can call me and ask a question. Because of you guys, we are going to be doing a video on a request. And so my Realtor Dream Team, they have a Wednesday night show. They go live at 7 p.m. and they talk about the 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle. And they give you a lot of good information. If you're a resident of Celebration and you want to know about a farmer's market, or if you want to know about a cool restaurant, maybe in Dr. Phillips, you don't want to miss that show because they do an excellent, excellent job. And then on Fridays at 1:30, we typically do a show that is evergreen. And the series we're doing now is about remodeling and renovating a home. And so I touched on that a little bit tonight because it's right here in Celebration. I'm not seeing any questions. I'm just seeing a lot of love. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys. Well, anyway, please go to Near Disney, subscribe and like. Wednesday nights, check out my team. Fridays, look for the Evergreen show. And I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your week and enjoy this Florida weather. Okay, take care. Bye bye.